Bonjour, hello, welcome to MaxMountainWorld. My radio DX kit is all behind me, and I'm going to go into this assembling and stuff. When you go out and do this stuff, sometimes you just find little things that I forgot to bring my parasol to protect me from the sun. You'll see behind me I've already fitted the cover that I use. It's a duvet cover over my stuff in the boot when it's packed away, but handy for keeping the sun off the interior of the car, which roasts on days like this. So I'll go over this, but in particular the SPIDERBEAM mast, which my mast system that I've got, including my base plate and stuff, and I'll explain in great detail, yes, exactly what is what with the SPIDERBEAM mast and how I do that. So here's the video on that one. This is in response to a few comments and requests and things like that. So as usual on my channel, I've done loads of videos on the radio, on the 891 installed in the car. I've done it on the Moxon antenna, the fire sticks, all sorts of stuff like that. Have a look at the radio playlist. And this one, had a conversation with a friend last night, and he just made a comment, and I thought, yeah, I haven't actually done a video on the SPIDERBEAM, so here we go. So here's the kit, the car obviously, the drive on plate and first section, the bag of odds and ends, tools, spare parts, clips, things like that, and the coax, come back to that as well. Crossboom and the SPIDERBEAM mast with the 4 poles for the Moxon antenna and the wire behind. So I'll go over to the GoPro 12, handy having the old chest mount. I can put it basically as I want, and it frees off both my hands. So here we go, let's put the old DX and mast up. First things first is the drive on plate. A little top tip for you guys that do this sort of stuff: if you drive on there, you don't get the same support, the same security, whatever you want to call it. Always drive onto the corner of it, and it's much more stable. I'll find a place, it looks vertical. If I stand on it, it doesn't move, so it's not going to whack the car. Just in case it does, I have this insulation on here, and yeah, before I did that, you can see what happened once. Not very good, but the car's there to be used. On a hard surface, some strategically placed stones will stop that from happening. All of this fits in, not the glove, not the Red Bull, fits in the boot of the car with plenty room to spare. And if I want to go walkies or whatever, very carryable, and it's just a little carabiner thingy that undoes it. Shopping bags are useful, and it's ready to rock. Just keep it all together, it stops things rattling and them driving around. And that's me unwrapped. So SPIDERBEAM heavy duty fiberglass pole, length 12 meters, brackets 40 feet, www.spiderbeam.com. Right, so the way I do it, the very top section, if I just tip this over, the very top section was too small for anything, too weak. I didn't want to risk anything with it, so I didn't. So the top 3 sections puts me, if I link this all together with the prepared holes. This is where these bolts come in, and I can secure this in place. The top section I do use, it's coordinated with the size of the crossboom. I've done different videos on as well. Bung that through there, keeps it in place, has the added advantage that when I take it away again, not everything drops off the bottom. So that is all ready to go. Now, that being the case, when I take the rubber bung off, nothing should fall out the end, which is the case. Okay, so this goes over here into the plate. This bracket I've put at the bottom, fairly tight to it. It kind of makes it neat, and this I built in, it'll sit there. Fairly easy, simple job to do with the bungees, just making sure I don't clip the car on the way past. Not that it's going to make any difference now, but yeah, not too tight, just tight enough to make sure that it cannot part company, as it were. I'll just sling that on there, and that's solid as I need to be. If I feel I want more, I can find a stone that fits in there, and it just keeps it extra solid. But for today, there's no wind, so I don't need to. So let's get this thing up. What I'll do is I'll put the Moxon up first. Don't need to do a video on that, and then I'll show how I actually put the thing up. Okay, so I've got the Moxon set up. Lift the cable, just running round. Whatever's left of this I tuck under the car after, and there's usually a few meters left. Reason for that is sometimes I want to just attach it to a picnic table or take the radio there or something. So anyway, that's all I need is 3 reusable cable ties and my 7mm socket on the screwdriver fitting. So don't need to do that. I've done plenty of videos and stuff. You can look that up in my radio playlist, like I say. So I've tuned this bad boy, checked it, SWR 1.4, that's the proximity to the vehicle. When I get it up, it'll be more or less one-on-one. So first thing to do is these sections, the top 3 together, just haul it up. This is actually tapered, so it'll reach a point where it actually grips itself. Don't do it up too tight or it can be a nightmare to put back down again. And what I do with these clips, that I just park them there on the top of each section and loosen it off a bit and just run it to the bottom of the section above. Hopefully this is working camera wise, and just do it right up, not too tightly, but that stops it from dunting back down again. And I do that through all of these. So what I'll do is I'll run up the whole thing at height. Now I've got the coax behind me. The next section is another different one, so take it up, do the same again. Handy having that there. And I'll run this up until it gets tight again, holding the top piece with the bottom piece in place with my finger there. And I'll just undo that a few turns, bring it up to the bottom of that pole, and then using my palm and stuff, keep it in place, keep it square, keep it on the top of the section below, and that does the same thing there. Now every 2 sections here, if you can see above, I will run the reusable cable ties, keep the cable nice and parallel to the mast. Make it easy for myself. higher. Forgot the middle to tie, but it doesn't matter. Gravity will keep on my side. So again, just loosely in place, and that I can just have a bit of movement in it, more or less coil up the rest, and just shove it under the car for now. Everything's ready to go. So just have a look. Looks pretty good. More or less vertical. I've got a problem with the building, but you can see it's almost as high as the building. So yeah, nice. Let's go and see the radio end of it. Alright. Just switch the antenna switch over to Moxon, go somewhere where nobody is, if I can find that, and SWR, hopefully the camera's close enough when catching this. If I just go SWR, but 1.3, that's perfect. Okay, so that's it up. It's perfect tuning, fine direction. I actually had it pointing for that part to the building, and that's how sensitive these Moxons are. When I pointed it away, the SWR just went right down again. So no point in showing that as well, but take my word for it, it did happen. Okay, so that's it for today. What I'll do is I'll see if I'm getting some stuff up from UK, so I'm pointing just a little bit west of north, and see what's happening. Maybe there's other stuff going. So apart from that, at the end as well, I'll do a quick takedown. I mean, it is quick. Not so quick as to crash it, but quick. Okay, thanks for watching. Non-radio related, but sometimes you got to be inventive. This control thing here for the tripod, actually something's broken there. So I found something the same thread and made something up. It's actually better than it was before, because what I can do now, if I can untangle wires off cam, is I can put the Panasonic on it. A bit awkward one-handed, but yeah, and this is dead convenient for parking my solar powered power pack. Perfect.
But there you go. What's the conditions like on your side there, Max, for the BX? What are you hearing over there, over?
Well, actually, I've only just switched on. You're my very first contact, the very first thing I heard, and I said hello to you. That's why. Yeah, I don't know. I've got it pointing north, and I'm picking up some UK and Ireland, but I don't know if there's anything further afield just now. As I say, I've only just fired up the Moxon. I've only just built it next to the car here, and I'm just doing a test there. Got the SWR right and everything. So not too sure. What are you picking up? Although, daft question, you can point anywhere and pick up anything, yeah?
Yeah, we're just hearing 1 Division Italy and maybe 161 Division Poland heard there, and 1-4 Division France. Max, that's about it on this side here. But the band's very, very unstable. It's very sporadic. It's very unstable and lots of static crashes here as well, Max. This last 4 or 5 days the band has been in terrible condition, Max, but that's the way it goes. Yep, all good. But Max, we'll not hold it with you. There's strong QSB on the signal, and maybe we'll get you in the next week or two a lot stronger when the band does pick up there, Max. But good to hear you, 007. It's always a pleasure. 222. You have a good weekend, Max. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, same sentiments back to yourself, Joe, as usual. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As I say, I'm here for a couple of hours. If it doesn't rain or whatever, or it doesn't get windy, I don't know. But just testing out a few things and doing videos and stuff. So, okay, we'll catch up again sometime. Nice to catch you. Have a great day. Have a great DX and 7.3s from the Alps in France. There. To 68 Whiskey World Radio 22214 Delta Delta 007. Cheers and beers, man.
Yeah, cheers and beers, Max. And it is up and down, my friend. You're running out of the noise level there. It is up and down there, Max. 14 Delta Delta 007 68 World Radio 222. Good weekend to you, Max. All the best, and we'll catch you on the coax soon, Max. Maybe in better conditions, my friend. Take care. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Yeah, Roger. Bye bye. Cheers and beers. Here's a wee look at the difference. That's on the Fire Stick.
12 degrees.
That's on the Moxon.
I think
Fire Stick. Yeah, he's finished his over.
2 days, so I don't know. I think
Fire Stick. Moxon.
You can write up there.
Almost nothing.
Lost 10 dB. Over.
Right, so yeah, and final on this one, and apart from stripping it down, dead easy to operate. Just lean forward out the door here, turn it, and yeah, turns little by little. I've not got everything fixed too solid, so if there's wind it's not going to break anything. Right, time to flick it over to the Fire Stick. And what usually happens here is I'll take the antenna down and the propagation comes back. It's been pretty dead this last hour or so. So yeah, taking it apart is just the reverse of what I did there. I need my tooling for that. So just turn it to the intended position so it lands correctly on the car. It's easier to take it to bits without damaging the car. And again, same way, undo it, and undo it a lot. Because the top section here is smaller diameter than that, so undo it. I'm actually holding this up because it's trying to free itself, which is perfect. It's dead easy like that. So put that to the top of the section below, just tighten it on a little bit to keep it in place, and then down we go. Shove the coax away and repeat. Undo quite a lot, lift it up a bit, and I think now I've kind of made the point, the general idea. Tighten that up just a little bit, and crack it. There we go. Put all this away. Very light. Only 2.5 kilos. Behind the mast. Take the bungee off. Ready to go. Right, so just pop the cap back on. One-handed, not easy. There we go. Stick it back in here. and then it's just a case of taking the last bolt out. This is the one that holds the top 3 sections and that mounting section together. That's done, and it all goes away. And in the end, all put away, back in the boot. That's the mast there with the 4 poles for the Moxon, all the wires, cables, stuff like that, cross boom, and the mounting there. And it all sits in really nicely next to my charging system for the battery, which is in there. So yeah, just protect the parcel shelf a little bit, and out of sight, out of mind.